This is Ms. Monson from Shady Brook, and this video will provide a brief introduction to third grade math. Third grade math can be a stretch for parents and kids. We learn two new operations, multiplication and division, and word problems become more complicated. The purpose of these videos is to help parents understand how math is being taught so that you feel confident supporting your children. At the beginning of the year, we explore place value, addition, and subtraction. In second grade, your student worked with numbers up to 1,200. In third grade, we'll use numbers up to 100,000. We'll read and write these numbers. We'll talk about what place different digits are in and what the digit is worth in that place. We'll write numbers in expanded form and standard form. We'll refine our addition and subtraction skills. We'll add and subtract into the hundreds using number lines, breaking apart, and the standard algorithm. We'll solve 1- and 2-step problems that require addition and subtraction. By the second 6 weeks, we're studying multiplication and division. Before your child starts memorizing these facts, it's important that she understand what multiplication and division are. Multiplication is like addition because you're putting groups together, but it's a faster way to find a total when the groups are equal sizes. So the problem 2 times 6 means we have 2 groups, and each group has 6. It's important that they really understand that in third grade because the math curriculum keeps moving, and by 4th grade, it assumes that kids know what multiplication and division mean. Division is the opposite of multiplication, but it's also like subtraction. You keep taking things from a total, but you're taking them in equal groups. Before winter break, we'll start multiplying 2-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers. A later video will explain the different strategies we'll use to practice this and understand what's happening to the numbers when we multiply like this. At this point in the school year, we've learned all of the operations we're going to learn in 3rd grade. Next, we'll spend time using them in different situations. We'll create number tables, look for patterns, and solve multi-step problems. After winter break, we'll spend time with fractions. We'll identify equivalent fractions and be able to compare 2 fractions and explain how we know which one is bigger. We'll use what we've learned about multiplication and division to look for patterns in our fractions. Then we'll move on to geometry. In 3rd grade, we spent a lot of time with quadrilaterals. Our discussions get deep as we classify them and explain, for example, that a rectangle is a quadrilateral and a parallelogram, but not a rhombus because a rhombus doesn't have to have right angles and a rectangle does. From geometry, we move to area and perimeter. We'll learn how to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle or a square, and we'll also learn how to find a missing side when we know the area or the perimeter. It's an interesting journey into algebraic thinking. Then we jump into the world of measurement. We'll look at metric and standard measurements. We'll really focus on capacity and weight. This is a great opportunity for parents to provide support. There are examples of capacity and weight all around your child, but he usually won't notice them. This is a great time to make a batch of brownies together, spend time measuring ingredients, or let him make a pitcher of lemonade and measure out the water. I also encourage kids to look around their pantry or bathroom. All kinds of items have measurements labeled on them. Ask your child if the milk in his cereal would be measured in cups or quarts. The kids who really understand measurement have real-life opportunities to notice it and work with it. After measurement, we get into graphing and data. The bar graphs and pictographs that they've read in earlier grades are still there, but the questions have become more complex. Instead of asking, for instance, how many books Gregory read or who read the most, the question will ask how many more books Gregory read than Carmen. We'll end our year learning about financial literacy. We'll talk about interest, credit, and savings. We'll keep working on solving multi-step word problems and review for end-of-year testing. Your child's going to learn a lot of mathematics this year. This is Ms. Monson, and this video was a quick introduction to 3rd grade math.